Morning. Just wanted to answer the questions of why I'm telling on people. I'm not telling on anyone. I'm just asking for help because someone is connecting their wires onto my wires for electricity. Someone is connecting, I don't know how to do it, their gas or my gas. And all they're getting all their utilities from me. If they want to connect it to one of the city poles or whatever, that's none of my business. You understand? It's sort of kind of because it's a fire hazard, and every time there's a storm around here, the power goes off and stuff goes down and fire. But if they want to do that, that's their business. But when you're connecting to my power, and I'm getting exorbitant bills, and I'm paying it, and you getting hooked up by your friends, and your friends is making my stuff all high. Yes, it's my business because I'm sure you wouldn't want that to happen to you. So you're going to just sit there and pay somebody else's bills while they live for free? No, you're not. So why am I the bad person? If you're not doing it, then I'm sorry. But if you do doing it, I'm not going to sit here and pay your bills. One day I can walk here and my house could be on fire. Every time I leave my house and I walk in, something is different around my house or missing or something. Every time I go somewhere, like I went to the hospital the other day and I give my IDs. Somebody's using my ID to get a fake account so I can pay. Yeah, I received some fake bill. I had cable. They was all hooked up on my cable. And then I had like 5 boxes and I gave back 5 or 6 boxes and I gave back what, 5, I think? The guy came from Optimum. I gave him back the boxes. I took a picture with him with the boxes. This Chinese guy. He did whatever he's supposed to do with my cable. He gave me receipt on his way. They sent me messages, oh, you never returned our thing because he's one of their friends because they was hooked up to my phone so they can hear my phone calls. So every time I call for Con Ed, every time I call for natural gas, every time I call for cable, they was hearing the phone call. So they was sending their friends. And up to this day, Optimum has not received my cable boxes. So now they keep sending me bills. And then they want to send me collection. I said I gave you I spoke to someone several times. I sent them all the information about the boxes and stuff, and they still want to bill me. Why? Because when he left here, he distributed it because you have to be in close range in order to get the same cable. Because when I called, they was telling me, "Well, we still see that you have boxes because these people around here have my boxes, and they think it's cute." And the person who worked for Optimum Cablevision knows it. I called. They said, "Oh, maybe it's not. We have to send it to New Jersey, and it takes a while for New Jersey to put it in the system, and blah 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 blah." It's been what, a year now, and you still haven't received my boxes. Then when I totally shut them down because I no longer have cable, I took the rest of the um stuff, the boxes and stuff, and I gave it to them personally. Personally. Meanwhile, I called them months before to tell them cut me off. So I still had the boxes, but I cut them off. And when I called them, they said, "Oh, we're gonna send somebody for it because we're closed." So I just left the boxes here. So then I kept calling, kept calling them. They said, "Oh, you can't come because we're closed." Blah 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 blah. So then finally, when they said we can come, but we have to be 6 feet apart, I went. I took all the stuff. There, they telling me I owed them a bill. Now I paid you your last bill. I told you to cut me off. You told me I can't return the products, the equipment. And then finally you told me that y'all gonna pick it up. And then finally the city was open, so y'all was open. So I went there personally. Then you're gonna tell me I have a bill? All these little tricks. So no, I'm not gonna be paying nobody's bill, and no, I'm not gonna be, you know, shutting up on that. If nobody else on the block is connected to me, sorry. But all of them had, a YouTube channel set up with cameras in my house. How would you like that? That's not funny. I'm a single woman. I know you all think it's funny because, oh, no, I'm not a snitch with people who don't do anything to me. I only defend myself. I don't start it. I just finish it. And it's a million of them. It's just one of me. They attacking my mail, my electricity, my gas, everything. I'm not even using my boiler because my boiler broke. My boiler's not working, and I'm getting thing bill, and a gas bill, a high gas bill. I don't be cooking on the stove. I cook 'em with my little machine. So those I'm just tired of, oh, no, I'm not. Leave me alone. Find other ways of getting electricity and gas and stuff in your home. Leave me alone. I don't bother you. I'm here for my accident. I'm just trying to stay out of everybody's way. But everybody keeps bothering me and my family. If you can't get medical insurance, why you want to use my insurance? Why you trying to get my medical card? Why? Why you trying to do that? If somebody is sending me money, why you going in my mailbox? They're going to find out. They're going to come after you. Because I already notified whoever. I'm not getting no money. So if the checks are being cashed, you got to find out who's cashing the checks. So they pulling tricks about not letting them the because I called my bank the other day because I couldn't find out my balance, and she's snickering on the phone. This Spanish girl, oh, something is wrong with the the online banking, because I was just trying to find my balance. And this Haitian girl always thinking, so they all trying to cash fake checks. All meaning whoever is bothering me, not you know when I say all, they into their life of crime, and they coming after me. I'm just one of their victims. So if the rest of the victims want to not say nothing and want to deal with it quietly, I'm not going to deal with it quietly, because it's a fire hazard. Because a couple of years ago, the wire almost caught my house on fire because they was connected to my house. The wire fell on the ground in front of me. Then the pole fell down by my house. So yes, it is a fire hazard. It's a fire hazard. And then they bring in wild animals in here, and trying to put it in my house. And yeah, because they keep these animals as pets. So they want to they I mean, the average man is going to be scared of a raccoon. So, and then you're sicking the raccoon, making holes in my roof, putting your raccoons in the house. And if I have an open window or whatever, yeah, all that. You're putting pressure on my systems in my house, so I can't relax and have a joyous life. So I'm not going to just keep sitting there in taking it. I'm not. And when you tell them about it, they get mad because, oh, you're not supposed to talk about it. You're just supposed to deal with it on the silence. No, I don't have anybody to call. Can't call my family. I can't call my son. I can't call nobody. I gotta speak and maybe somebody can hear me and say something, because if my house catch on fire and the whole block catch on fire, who's gonna have to answer it to? The city. The city is gonna have to answer to all that. So prevention is better than cure. You can't feed your family off of stealing off of me. You can't do that. I'm not feeding my family by stealing from you, because I don't steal. So it's like, I'm just tired of this, nonsense. I just have to protect me, and whomever. And I think I'm protecting them, because they can cause fires to their own houses. Like, you overloaded in circuits. You overloaded in the circuits, and it's but so much that certain things can take. So, I'm just trying to stay out their way. I don't say nothing to them. I'm just airing out my grievances. And if they hear what I have to say, then they hear what I have to say. And if they doing it, they want to get mad, get mad. I'm not doing that nothing to you, because I didn't name names except one person. Because every time my mail come, I always see them nosying around my mail. But the rest of I didn't say who's who. But they know who they are, because they bullies. They bullies. So, be bullied by yourself. I'm ignoring you. I don't say nothing to you. I don't do nothing to you or whatever. I'm just saying what I have to say and asking the city, please make sure that nobody's attached to my house. Plain and simple. I'm asking the city to please talk to these cops who's breaking into my home, who wants to set up cameras. And listening devices in my house. I've done nothing. You know, you did everything to me. You pushed me out my job. You did everything to me, and you just want me to take it and shut up. And I'm not. I'm not going to take it and shut up. You guys owe me money. It's not funny. It's funny to you. It's not funny to me. I tried not saying nothing, but you still came after me. Even after I retired. Well, after they retired me, so they still came after me. So I'm supposed to spend my entire life being afraid of people? No, I'm not. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not the, on another topic, off that topic, I'm not disparaging to anybody. Some people just don't want to hear comments and don't want to hear people tell them about their wrongs, and they get mad at you because they want to put the fear in you. Or you better not say nothing against us, we're gonna call you phobic, or we're gonna call you anti, and you know you're gonna lose this and you're gonna lose that because we very powerful and we got the money and we gonna this. Yeah, I know that, but so there's a lot of other groups now. Don't be mad at me. I don't hate you. You hate yourself. You mad at God. I'm mad at God sometimes too. I'm not going to heaven. So don't think you're not the only one that's not going. I'm not going either because I don't follow the rules of God to the fullest. Yeah, I'm a good person. I don't steal, I don't rob, but I do other things that they tell me not. He told me not to do. So don't think you're the only one in this fight. But at least I can be realistic and say, well, I'm going to be heaven adjacent. I'm not going to be, in heaven in the big house, but I'm going to be close to it, because I haven't been the ideal of saint. So you're not in a different boat than I am, but you just get mad because you want people to say you're normal and you're this and you're that. No, you're going against the grain of God. But so am I, and so is a lot of other people. There's a lot of other people. Heaven is for the special people. And I think they deserve it because if you follow the laws of God, you deserve to be in the big house in heaven. Yes. So, everybody can't make it to the big house in heaven. You can't. You got to be real special to join God and his table. And a lot of us fall short, including me. I'm not saying because I'm not gay, I'm going to be in heaven. No. Because I have some other stuff that he, don't like. So stop trying to beat up on the Pope, trying to accept you and your lifestyle, because he's not. And if he does, they're going to find a new Pope, because the Pope is not here to fight your fight. That's your mental issue. The Pope is here to preserve what God has said for the Christians that listen to what he has to say. So if any Pope wants to be popular amongst everybody, he's going to be out. Because you're not here for everybody. You're not trying to be popular amongst non-Christians. We have all the non-Christians have their representatives already. The Pope represents all the Christians and the Catholics and everybody who believes in what he's there for. So don't try to bully him into accepting your lifestyle. Because as soon as he does, it's going to be a new Pope. I'm just telling you how it is with Christians and Catholics and, he's there for them. He's not there for y'all or the non-believers. So don't matter what money you try to give, use your finances. Don't matter what thing, if it's million and one. No, he's not here for you. He's not. He's here for the Catholics and Christians who believe in the doctrine of Christ and try to follow and do follow what God has said to do. Money can't buy that. And if it does, it's going to be a new Pope. Best and believe, I'm telling you. So if you're trying to get through this one, he's not going to be there for long. Because Catholics and Christians are not going to stand for that. Okay? So use your money wisely and take care of yourself. Stop worrying about, being accepted or whatever. Nobody cares. Not even Catholic and Christians. Everybody loves everybody because you want to paint Catholic and Christians and any religious people out to be the worst because it's an internal thing. Because you want to feel whole, so you want to point fingers at religious sect because it's something in within you. I'm not doing that to anybody. I've accepted that I'm not going to heaven, the big house in heaven anyway. I'm heaven adjacent because, I'm not married. Sometimes I don't follow the rules of God, you know. And I just want to be me. But I'm good. I'm a good person. But that is not going to get me to where I want to go. Because, like I said, you have to follow all the rules. I'm going to be close, but but maybe so are you. You might be my neighbor in heaven in a different annex. Because I sin, you sin. We're just not going to be in the big house of heaven. We're going to be renting our room. They're going to be owning the house. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm trying to see what else I need to talk about. That's about it. And, stop thinking I'm talking about y'all. If y'all not doing me nothing, I'm not talking about y'all. But I'm just trying to show you what people are doing. They using your ID for stuff. They messing with your home. Yeah. I had a neighbor, this little guy. I'm not gonna say his name because he knew who he is. And at that time, I was living in the building, and every time I went to work and I come back home, I just felt my place was different. Him and his girlfriend used to hang out in my house. You know, I never told my son that, but him and his girlfriend, I don't, because my son was reckless. He was young, so he lost his keys one time. They found it, they never returned it. So every time I go to work and my son's not home, him and his girlfriend be in my house. They think it's cute. It's not cute. And then y'all want to say, oh, she's crazy. No, I'm not crazy. I know what I know. So stop going in my house, all of y'all. Stop going in my son's house. So don't think I'm the only one that does, because over there on that block, that's why me and this guy, Andy, started having problems, because they was running a prostitution ring. And that's why they knew all the cars on the block. Because when the people go to work, they know who went to work and who's not at work. And then they using the person's house for their prostitutes. So you think, oh yeah, that's how these people get down. And they sit there and laugh about it. They would break in somebody's house while they're at work. And they laughing in the person's face now. Oh, yo, man, what's up? Blah, 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 blah. And when that person's not home, hard at work, Then when they friends in there stealing whatever they can steal and doing whatever they doing in the house. Yep. So it's not just the drug game he's in. He's in a lot of bullshit. Him and his little crew over there. That's why when I go over there, they scatter. And he got that little fat girl over in the post office over there on Church Avenue. Because one day over 10 years or more than 10 years ago, me and her had it out. Because I took a package there. And, I'm online and I'm seeing her take the mail and the packages, and she's putting it behind her every time she gets somebody. But then when I get there with my packages, and at that time we didn't have anything. We didn't have an argument or nothing. I'm just was a regular day. And she took my package and put it in a different box. So when I'm finished, I was writing something, and I slid over, to give the person some room because I had to do something. And the next person had packages, and she took the packages in the mail and put it in the regular box. And she kept on doing it for everybody behind me until I finished writing. So I'm like, why did that happen? So I didn't really think nothing until my package never got to where it was supposed to go. So then I made a complaint. And the manager said, well, do you remember who took your package? And I said, yes, that young lady over there. And he said, okay. Do you remember the date? Blah, 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 blah. So I guess they did investigation. And I guess that was the start of my mails being stolen. So the next time I went to the post office, I waited for somebody else. And so happened she wanted to be my teller. Because I was next in line and everybody all of a sudden got busy. Then she called me next. And I said, no, I'm waiting for somebody else. Real nice. Because I don't want you to be, I ain't curse her out that yet. I said, I'll wait for somebody else. I told the person behind me, go ahead. Oh, miss, you're next. You need to come up here. She was making a big thing about, I'm like, I don't want you to serve me. I'll wait for the next person. What's the big deal? Why you got to touch my package? So that's when I started noticing. She's the biggest one over there on Church Avenue. This big fat black girl. So that's when I know. And I never did anything to her. So after all that, and I complained, maybe they found out something and maybe they reprimanded or something or whatever excuse they came up with or whatever. So now, she don't like me. So see, I don't start nothing. They start stuff. You stealing my packages for your friend on the block or whatever. I didn't do you anything because I didn't even suspect anything. But I know who took my package when I delivered it, and the manager just asked me that. I wasn't setting you up or nothing. The manager said, "Do you remember who was the person who took your thing?" I mean, this is a regular question. I said, "Yeah, this young lady there, because she was in the front doing her thing. She was always, at the thing." So I said, "Yeah, it was that young lady over there," and that's it. So it's not my fault that they found you out and whatever, and they No, so now you hating on me because I got you in trouble. No, you shouldn't have been stealing my shit. You shouldn't be messing with my stuff. Like I came a couple of years ago. I bought two plants. They was $400 each, and I didn't want them back because I said, "Oh, they're expensive. Somebody's gonna steal them, so let me send them back." Because I can't hook them up to my house. Because I was just gonna put it in front of my house or whatever. Because I was into decorating my house. So the Chinese guy came to pick it up because it was too heavy to pick up. He didn't, he came to the house to pick it up because I couldn't deliver it, but he didn't give me a receipt. So I asked him, why you didn't give me a receipt? You know you're picking it up. Oh, the machine is broken. I said, but don't you have any other packages that you have to pick up? I said, okay, the machine is broken, but you're picking up 2 pack. You couldn't bring me a receipt of some sort with a code on it or whatever so I can track it. He said, no, you don't need that. It went up missing. It never showed up to the company. So again, I made a complaint and I said somebody came to pick it up. I didn't know his name, and I didn't use thing. I didn't say, oh, he was a Chinese. I said he was the regular postman that delivers stuff here, which he was. It never showed up. So I don't know if it was him or people in the post office stole my stuff, but it never showed up. And it was $400 a piece. Because if you know that you're picking up a package and this is part of the stuff that USPS do, make sure you get a machine that works so you can scan it and give the person the receipt, and you go on your way and there'll be no problem. So the person can call the company and say, listen, this is the number, this is the tracking, whatever. Keep everything legit, but y'all want to be cute, y'all want to be slick. Oh, the machine is broken. All right, so you want to be cute, you're going to be investigated if stuff don't show up. If you didn't steal it and somebody else steal it, you're part of it because you know that you know that you're coming to pick stuff up. You're supposed to have a scanner. If the one that you have don't work, get one that work before you leave your office, before you leave the post office. Tell your supervisor your scanner's not working. Can you use theirs or find another? I'm sure it's not one scanner per person. It's probably extra scanners laying around. You did it on purpose or you left it in your truck. So I won't get a receipt. I'm not putting it past nobody. So how can people trust you? You think if one person is doing, it's a lot of them doing it. I see it in my face, and I can't do that. I can't go over there and say, oh, you just gave her my mail. No. How come every time the post office is around, the post people come around, you hanging around my how come? Or you out there watching my thing. And when I come outside, my thing is pulled down because you're trying to get it off camera so you can come on my thing and steal my shit.